What's up, guys? Welcome back to Raising the Rogers Homestead. So it's been a little while since I took you guys on a chores tour. So we are going to do chores and then we're going to get started on a new project. Hang out for that. So yesterday there was somebody that posted on a group close to where we live, and they had 8-week-old poults for sale. So we went and picked up, I think we got 12 of them. 2 of them was for a friend of ours, but we got 10 of them that we kept ourselves. So I want to show you guys that. These are Buff Orpingtons and ISA Browns. They're little bitty dudes, so that puts us up to, I don't know, we're north of 60 chickens now, laying chickens. So these guys, they won't be laying until springtime or after, but exciting stuff. So last week I put the sheep in the garden area. With everything that we're doing inside of the garden area this year, with putting up the new fence and getting it all closed off. I did get the gate hung, but we decided this year that we're not going to do a whole heck of a lot of fall gardening, very little if any, but I needed this area cleaned up so I could get the woven wheat fabric up, and the best way in the world to do that is with sheep. Y'all check out these tomato plants. Were absolutely just, they didn't have any tomatoes on them, but they just had a ton of leaves and it was just a huge mess. These guys have been in here for 1 week and look what they've done to it. They have tore it all to pieces, which is fine with me. We moved some of our raised beds. This garden area is kind of a mess right now, to be honest with you, but just ain't had time yet. So I'm gonna try to work on it a little bit this weekend, maybe. But we'll see. We'll see what it holds. We'll see what the future holds. Now we're on to the cows and the pigs. I know I said we were going to the pigs and cows first, but honestly, I forgot about the meat chickens. So these guys are still good on feed. They're good on water, so all we got to do is move them. These guys are getting big fast. It never ceases to amaze me how fast these guys grow. So let's get them moved first. The piglets are getting impatient. We're not officially on baby watch yet, but we are getting closer and closer every day to Belle having her calf. And we couldn't be more excited. Can't wait. All right, that wraps it up for chores. So now we're gonna get started on that project. So I need to grab a couple of these fence posts because I was really excited and really impressed with how they turned out with the pig shelter. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out. So I'm gonna grab a couple of these fence posts and get them loaded up and see how much damage we can do before it gets dark. All right, so I've decided that my chicken coop isn't hardly big enough to hold as many chickens as we have. We want to get more chickens. We also want to have everything that's kind of all together. Right now, our chicken coop set up right here. So this one is the one they actually roost in, and this one is the one that we keep the automatic water in, and that's the one that we feed in as well. We also add the smaller one, but I'm not really worried about that one. So I want to have everything where it's kind of all together, all inclusive. The coop, the feed, the nesting boxes, the water, the whole 9 yards. So I'm gonna start this chicken coop tonight, and I'm gonna make my best decision that I can on it. So I may or may not use it as a shelter for the cows, or not the cows, for Belle whenever she has her calf. Maybe temporarily, or what I might do is just go ahead and turn this into a chicken coop and go ahead and invest the money for another cow shelter. So we had a cow shelter at one point. It got absolutely destroyed. We had a storm that picked it up, threw it across the fence, tore the fence up, all kinds of stuff. But I think if I like this as much as I think I'm going to, then I may or may not make a cow shelter out of the same thing, but we'll just have to see. So anyway, I'm gonna get started on this. My goal tonight is to at least get the cross members put in place so I can kind of get a good idea of what it's gonna look like on the ground. So here we go. All right, so I want these posts to set kind of flush as I can on these 4x4s. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I want it as close as I can get it. So the 4x4 posts are actually 3.5 inches. So I'm gonna cut in 3.5 inches, and I'm gonna do probably half, maybe a little bit less, to where it'll kind of sit on there nice and even. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, we're gonna lay it on there and see how it kind of works out. I don't know how good I cut that because it's kind of hard to keep it super straight. but we're gonna try it. You get the concept, the idea of how that's gonna lay. I think that's gonna work pretty good. We're at least gonna try it. Now I just gotta copy and paste that 2 more times, and then I'll have everything, and then I'll try to square it up the best I can, and then see if we can't get some lag bolts put through it. All right, so that's the basic layout. I'm gonna go ahead and drill my holes and put my lag bolts in, and then I'll measure as far as where I want the one in the middle. I didn't necessarily want to do one in the middle, but I feel like it's necessary just because of the length of it. All right, so I think you got the gist of it, kind of how it's gonna go. But I wasn't thinking completely, and now my bolts and my nuts are gonna be on the ground side. So I'm thinking one or two things. Either I'm gonna have to flip this thing over and pull it on the bottom pieces of everything, and I'm not sure that I like that in my head, or I'm gonna have to flip this thing over and put the bolt and the nut on the top side, and I think I like that idea better. So, but anyway, that's gonna be it for tonight. We gotta go in and eat supper. It's gotten dark on us. So appreciate you guys stopping by. Like and subscribe to our channel, please. And if you want to see the end of this build, it'll probably be my next video. So thanks guys for stopping by. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.